On Weather Command, and we want to start in the Central Pacific, where Tropical Depression 2C is moving closer to Hawaii this morning. Hurricane hunters are scheduled to fly into the developing cyclone later today. It's still forecast to become a named storm, maybe as soon as this evening.
Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross joins us this morning. Bryan, has anything caught your eye this morning with 2C? I mean, Hawaii still preparing, certainly.
Yeah, the main thing that's caught my eye is that it does not look well organized. I'm really anxious for the hurricane hunters to get in there and tell us exactly what's going on, because take a look at the satellite picture and you see that, oh yeah, there's thunderstorms up here, there's a couple around there. You can definitely see there's a circulation there, but it's really disorganized, so the atmospheric environment is not great. Still carrying 35-mile-an-hour winds is the estimate there, waiting on the measurements from the hurricane's hunters, and 1,006 millibars. All right, what's going on is we have a lot of dry air out here, and you can notice this is it's all about moisture here. So the orange, or the purples, and the deep blues, that's all moisture, and you can see it's kind of scattered around. It's certainly not organized around a center, and in here you see all this dark, that's all dry air. So it's really an inhospitable environment out there right now. Close up, the main thing I want you to notice here is look down here at where the model, can you see the swirl right there? The model has it in a slightly different place. So we always put a little question mark on what the model forecasts are of disorganized systems. But when we look at this, we see that there's just so much dry air down here filtering up around it, keeping it disorganized. So it's 780 miles. That was the estimate as of 5 a.m. Eastern time of the center from Hilo. And here you see the forecast strengthening some into a mid-range tropical storm because of this hostile environment. So if that really works out, that's fundamentally different than Lala. And also, if it stays far enough south of the island like this, then that interaction with the mountains should not happen, and that'll make a big difference. But still, all that tropical moisture, so much tropical moisture is aiming at those mountains, and none of that is good. So we'll show the forecast for that in a second. Here you see the moisture as you can time it out. Right now it's a lot of dry air over top of the Hawaiian Islands, and then here comes the moisture. So the moisture arrives late on Saturday at the Big Island. And then into the weekend, there you see that dark moisture running up against those mountains in that same area that was so bad. But here's where the strongest winds are. Notice just the southern part of the island. That's where the strongest winds pushing that moisture are going to be. So unfortunately, it's that same area. Then the moisture moves across the Hawaiian Islands over the weekend, and then still some around on Monday, enhanced showers and so forth, but that should be tapering off significantly beginning of the week. There's the consensus of the regular models. There's the Google model. So there's high confidence this is staying, the center is staying well south of the island. Hopefully that means we won't get that mountain interaction that kind of tugs the center north. We'll keep a little question mark on that. But right now, optimistic that this will be less than Lala. But still, there's a possibility of it coming a little closer. And boy, tropical moisture and mountains is just always bad. So here's the forecast. You can see where the strongest winds are. Southern half of the Big Island. This town here, Nahalehu, that was just devastated. That area just devastated during Lala. And unfortunately, right in line again for the heaviest rain. There's the heaviest rain band right there. Same thing here, another town in that area, Pala, that's was also hurt so badly. And Lala, look, there's where the heaviest rain is, but we're in the 5 to 8 inch range there. And some places may get it, according to the Hurricane Center, up to 15 inches, but not 30, 40 inches like we saw in Lala. Coming around, you see Maui gets a little bit, but the northern part of the island, not so much. So anyway, there you just feel for those folks in the southern half of the Big Island of Hawaii. Elsewhere out here, a couple systems in the eastern Pacific, but neither of them are expected to be a threat to land. Guys?
We'll be watching that. I guess, Bryan, we'll briefly hop over to the Atlantic. There's been some discussion about this tropical wave on Sunday or Monday. It's set to move off the coast of Africa. Guidance, the European model has seemed to like this thing. developing it into something? Can we talk about that while we have you for a minute?
Sure. Well, the thing is that's changing is we're at the time of year that the Saharan dust tends to really wane, and that seems to be happening. But the El Nino-driven jet stream across the Atlantic, which is super hostile to tropical development, that's going to keep going. So, we have kind of a mix there, but we have a decent chance of something coming off here earlier in the week and heading across the Atlantic. But the question is, down here, this is not an effect on the U.S. or the areas around the continental U.S., but I think that probably a week from now, 8 or 9 days from now, in the Northeast Caribbean, they're going to have to watch.
And then we've got those 20% chances. It might not be Dolly as we could see something.
But a little something to talk about, a little something to see up in the North
Atlantic.
Well, there's one up here. It has this little chance over the weekend, up by Portugal, because it's a really robust storm with strong winds, like near hurricane force winds, but it's non-tropical. But it turns out the water up there this year is unusually warm in that area right there in the Atlantic, related, I'm sure, to this super European heat waves they've had this year. So it's not like tropically warm, but it's warm enough to support a tropical system. So we might get a technical Dolly out of it. It is forecast a weekend. If this doesn't happen over the weekend, then that's probably not going to happen. The other one in the middle of the Atlantic is just a small system, has a very low chance of turning into anything. May bring some showers to Bermuda. That's it.
It's quiet. We appreciate the quietness. We'll see what next week brings. Bryan Norcross, appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you.